Good day, everyone. This is a presentation about the theory of special relativity and the theory of general relativity, presented by Group 1. Introduction Outcomes. Introduction of Albert Einstein and the proponents of his theories, theory of general relativity and theory of special relativity. Proponent of the theories of Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein was a German physicist born in 1879 and died in 1955. He won the Nobel Prize for Physics in 1921 for his explanation of the photoelectric effect. He first developed the theories between 1907 and 1915, and the final form of general relativity was published in 1916. He is considered the most influential physicist of the 20th century.
What is the theory of general relativity? The theory of general relativity is a theory of gravity. The idea behind it is that instead of an invisible force that attracts objects of mass to one another, gravity is a curving or warping of space. The theory follows Einstein's principles of reference, where on a local scale, it is impossible to distinguish between physical effects due to the effects of gravity that has and due to acceleration. It is the gravitational force that draws two bodies, and depending on how massive each one is and how far the two bodies are. How does general relativity work? To discern general relativity, we will first start with gravity, the force of attraction that two objects exert on one another. It was quantified by what is force explained with general relativity. General relativity mostly explains gravity, and in this theory, it is not really a force anymore. The gravitational field comes out of the characterization of general relativity as a conclusion of the curved spacetime. When was the theory of general relativity established? The theory of general relativity was established by Albert Einstein in the year of 1919. Additionally, the first solutions to the Einstein equation were already constructed in the early year of 1916.
What is the theory of special relativity? The theory of special relativity is the explanation on how speed affects mass, space, and time. The theory includes a way for the speed of light to be defined in the relationship between energy and matter. The theory suggests that the speed of light is a limit that can be approached but cannot be reached by any material object.
How did Einstein come up with special relativity? According to Albert Einstein, in his 1949 book Autobiographical Notes, the budding physicist began questioning the behavior of light when Albert Einstein was 16 years old. In a thought experiment as a teenager, he wrote, he imagined chasing a beam of light. Classical physics would entail that as the imaginary Einstein sped up to catch the light wave would eventually come to a relative speed of zero. The man and light would be moving at speed together, and he could see light as a frozen electromagnetic field. What does E equals mc squared mean? Well known in equations of human history, E equals mc squared translates to energy is equal to mass times the speed of light squared. Specifically, energy, or E, and mass, or m, are interchangeable. In actuality, these are just different forms of the similar things.
Time dilatation of the theory of special relativity. One of the connotations of Albert Einstein's special relativity work is that time advances relative to the observer. An object in motion experiences time dilatation in context when an object is moving very fast. It experiences time more slowly than when it rests.
The significance of special relativity. The theory of special relativity was the bridge between Newtonian physics and general relativity, which would come 10 years later. Genuinely, it is said that Newton's laws are simply an approximation of special relativity at everyday speeds. Additionally, special relativity is simply an approximation of general relativity in the absence of gravity.
Application of the relativity theories. An application of Einstein's theory of relativity is the GPS. The theory of relativity affects the GPS because the satellites travel the Earth's atmosphere at a high speed. The theory of relativity shows that a faster moving object will experience time slower relative to a stationary object.
What is postulate? A postulate is an assumption that is a proposition or a statement that is assumed to be true without a proof. Physicists and scientists such as Albert Einstein may have used the word postulate to their findings and theories. Albert Einstein's theory of general relativity and special relativity came up to him because of his reasoned analogy and with the experience of technology, that is, railroads. These theories were assumed to be true without any truth. Albert Einstein imagined these theories with his analysis of gravity. In the modern century, scientists use the word postulate for their scientific propositions and statements, and when they present new theories and ideas. Not only scientists, we normal people can also use the postulate.